It's Friday here in the East Coast of Los Estados Unidos, and I'm reviewing what I've done this week and what we collectively have done this week. I'm very impressed with the videos you sent. I looked at it. I've already told you that. I think the quality of the workmanship is quite good. We're striving for that, and striving to put out more of it. So I'm making a discipline right now. I'm making some kind of video every day, even if it's just talking about product. That's a good place to start right there. If I was just to talk about a product, I mean, of course, when we started out in this, the only product that was available was the Strikehold, the Gold Label Strikehold. And the first iteration of that we made was a marine version of that product, which has caught on pretty strongly, I think. We don't sell nearly as much of that as we probably could, mostly because of you can only focus on so many things at a time. And we already had some traction in the firearms market here and so on. But we also have developed that HVAC product, which is still labeled as a Force 5 product, and I think that's fine. But the HVAC worldwide, the corrosion damage done to air conditioning systems, heat pumps, and refrigeration in areas that are in close proximity to salt water is a multi-billion-dollar a year problem. We can stop it. Bam, just like that. Put the Strikehold or the Force 5 product on there and it stops. The Force 5 HVAC product is what is called for, but any of the products would be better than none. I don't know that there's even a noticeable difference from one to the next. But the HVAC should be an annual market. Every HVAC system in the world that is in relatively close proximity, anything inside 30 miles of salt water, needs to have this product on the HVAC, on any heat pump, and any refrigeration equipment, including mobile refrigeration like Thermo King units and other reefer containers. You know, like you couldn't ask for a lousier environment than for a refrigeration container and the cooling system that goes on that. Now, those things got to be rusting away while you look at them. Anyway, they have wonderful application. The Strikehold Force 5 product will stop the corrosion immediately and retain it in perfect condition from year to year. Annual reapplication, or if it was mine, I'd put it on there every time I thought about it. Okay, we're talking about really expensive equipment. In the case of a reefer container, the value of the frozen or refrigerated goods in the container far exceeds what the equipment cost is, and a few pennies worth of Strikehold can keep that from corroding month on month. Just nonsensical not to use it. And the same with the marine grade Strikehold in any kind of application around the water, on boats. We use it on aircraft. Mall Air in Moultrie, Georgia is a third generation bush plane. There'll be people in your area around Brisbane that have bush planes that were made by Mall, and they use our product on everything. One of our strongest spokespeople is actually the president of Mall Air, his name is Brent Mall, and Brent will gladly talk to anybody worldwide if they give him a call and or email, and he'll make sure he gets in touch with them and let them know what he has found about our product. He's one of our greatest supporters. And he was just a walk-on. We didn't know him ahead of time. He just came on because he needed something to prevent corrosion in his warehouse on parts in his bin. So, I mean, the story goes on and on and on, and we're going to do such as that in short segments on video like this that we can put out at YouTube and at other locations, especially on social media. And I may tap you to help me on some of that social media stuff just to get our standards up on that too. I like what you guys are doing. Of course, I needed not to say Strikehold Australia on ours, but I'm happy for you to have that. And we are sending people when they come up. So we had a nice lady pop up. I don't remember her name, Nina something, I think, that wanted to buy some product, and she was looking at our Strikehold website and couldn't get it to function correctly. Obviously, she's there in Queensland. That should have been your client. So I'm sure you have. I saw that you'd gotten that information and have since agreed to contact her and take care of her. That's an outstanding. And that is a Daryl. That's the kind of cooperation and function that I don't think that other companies can even approximate. It helps to be small in that regard, because we know each other and we know exactly who to call and what to do. But it is a matter of quality and a matter of motivation for us to actually take that few extra seconds to say click, click, make sure Daryl gets that, and follow up with that lady. And that's the kind of service we want to be famous for. We're already getting the feedback from folks, and the more that we have, the more hundreds and more thousands and more hundreds of thousands of customers that we have, the broader our reputation should get for how well we take care of them. That's the real crux of how well you do and how you grow. The saying, and I'm paraphrasing it because I don't remember the exact words, but basically the profit's in the follow-up is what your phrase was. And I think that the profit is in the follow-up and in the satisfaction that we portray out to the client, or that the client gets from doing business with us and spending his money and trusting us with product. Our guarantee to them is our product will perform. Our promise to them is we'll get the product to you in a form that's appropriate, and we'll do everything we can to make every contact with us work out to your satisfaction. Inevitably there are going to be failures in that. We have them now. When the Postal Service here doesn't deliver something at the right place or the right time, or somebody stole it out of the box, or whatever happened to it, and we make it good. We make sure that they get that, and that they don't go away from a Strikehold Force 5 products experience with a negative feeling. I know that there's a gentleman that was famous here in the States as a sales motivation writer and speaker. He was his name was Zig Ziglar, and he told a story one time about somebody being satisfied in the purchase of, he sold cars. In the purchase of a car, he said that if somebody really feels like they were done correctly and that you were respectful and did them a good job and gave them a great price and everything, that they'll probably tell somewhere between 10 and 20 people that they know that they should do business with you. That Zig Ziglar was an upstanding guy when he sold me this car. It was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. He said, however, if you ever make them mad, if you really decide that you just whatever reason you're just going to let this guy go away mad, he probably knows 250 people and will stay up late at night making phone calls and spend his own money on gasoline to drive over and tell all 250 of them what a bum you are. But most of my problems are really mental when it comes to, I'm sorry for myself because my knee hurts or this or that. And you know what? I'm just going to start shaking it off. And my dad used to say, that he was a Marine, U.S. Marine. And he said that pain was just weakness leaving the body. You get hurt, he said, rub some dirt on it and get back in there. And with my dad, sympathy was a word that was found between shit and syphilis in the dictionary. That's the only place you'd find it with him. Well, I loved him. He was a terrific guy. He really was. He's been gone now about 11 years, and I still miss him every day. He's a great guy. Wrapping it up. Thanks, Daryl. Hi, Jill. How you doing, hon? Take care. Bye-bye.